This will make you better at Minecraft PvP. Hello, welcome to the channel. This is YRGFox here. This video is going to teach you how to get better at Minecraft, whether you are a beginner or more of an intermediate player. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I am trying to get 150 subs by the end of January. Today, we are only going to cover the basics of 1.8.9 PvP. This will not work on any newer versions of the game. Today, I am going to teach you how to start a combo. You might be wondering what comboing is. It is locking your enemy in a combo that is very hard to escape, if you do it correctly. I'll tell you, this is the most important skill you need to learn in PvP. There are three main areas you need to learn and understand before you do this skill. First is aim, second is movement, and third is sprint resetting. First, I'm going to start with aim. Basically, if you can't aim, you can't hit your opponent, so you basically can't combo them. If you are having issues with your aim, try changing your sensitivity and your DPI on your mouse. Personally, I use 800 DPI and 60% sensitivity. One thing that is useful to know is how long can your player reach. The vanilla reach is set to 3 blocks, although that does depend where you are looking at on the other player. When you turn on hitboxes, you can see a line extending from the middle of the player's head that represents how far a player can reach. So, with this knowledge, you should always aim for the middle of the head of the opposing player to give you the maximum amount of reach to hit them. Although, if a player has the high ground, it is harder for them to hit the other player. This is properly explained by Technoblade.
I'm doing two things here. I'm adjusting to like the ping and his strafe patterns. I'm getting in the zone, but I'm also luring him to this position for a strategical reason, which you'll see in a second here. Bam. I've knocked him onto the ledge. This is huge. The reach you can hit people from begins at the player's eyes, so when Dream is a block higher than me, it's much easier for me to hit his feet than for him to hit my head because the base of a right triangle is shorter than the hypotenuse. Stay in school, kids. It makes you better at PvP.
That is the only time where you shouldn't aim for the head. You should hit their feet in this scenario. The next topic I want to cover is called movement. Movement's main focus is to do something called spacing. Spacing is defined as keeping your distance from your opponent so you don't get hit as much and stay out of their range. This also means the more you move, the harder it is for your opponent to hit you. First, you have to make sure you are sprinting. The two main ways to do movement is called strafing and resetting your sprint. First, I am going to talk about strafing. Strafing is when you press the A and D key on your keyboard in different increments to move around the player to throw their aim off and slow you down. At first, when you're running towards your opponent, like this, you should always try to come at your opponent from the side to deal more knockback and throw their aim off. Also, switch things up a bit so they can't predict your movement. Let me show an example of me strafing around my front here. This next skill, once you master the other two, is going to make your combos a lot more lethal. This skill is called sprint resets. Sprint resetting is essentially stopping and restarting your sprint. The first hit you deal within a sprint deals extra knockback, then the later hits. So, by resetting the sprint, you get that extra knockback hit multiple times. There are many methods of doing this. First, I'm going to go over something called W tapping. W tapping is essentially letting go of the W key for a moment after each hit you land on your opponent. This resets your sprint so you can deal the maximum amount of knockback. Next method is called block hitting. This method involves blocking your sword after each hit you land, and by doing so you reset your sprint. The next method, which is my personal favorite, is called S tapping. This method involves tapping S and stepping out of your opponent's hit range, and also resetting your sprint. There is no correct way to reset your sprint, so I would recommend to try all of them and see which one suits you personally. Another topic I think is important to go over is something called CPS. If you don't know what CPS means, it stands for clicks per second. Your CPS affects how you take knockback from other players. A player that goes by quits or cutes said, usually the person that gets the first hit in a trade, take less KB. Clicking faster ensures that you are more likely to click right when you are able to send an attack packet again. There are many types of clicking methods to help you with this, called normal clicking, butterfly clicking, jitter clicking, and drag clicking. Normal clicking is as it sounds. This style of clicking is how you would normally click your mouse, and it's not usually too fast. The next method is called butterfly clicking. In this clicking style, you use your 2 fingers and alternate them going up and down to almost double your CPS. Jitter clicking. In this clicking style, it is almost like normal clicking, but you are clicking your mouse as fast as you can with 1 finger, usually your index finger. The last one is called drag clicking, and this is when you drag your finger over the mouse button, letting it bounce up and down really fast. I will not go over each of those and show exactly how you do it in this video, but I would recommend to try each one of those and find your preference as well. One thing to always keep in mind though, aim is a lot more important than your CPS. So if you do pick a style, try to pick one where you can click as fast as you can and also be incredibly accurate. That's the end of the video. I hope it helped you guys. If I did miss anything, put it in the comments and let me know. Or just put something there anyways, to help please the algorithm. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and interact with this video by liking and sharing the video. Hope you have a great day.